I mean, what is a guardian? A guardian is the guy who says be home by 10. You say, shut up, you're not my real dad. That's what a guardian is.
Let's go.
Not even funny. It's not even funny. Like this season is going so off the rails. It's not even funny.
That's what makes it even funnier, honestly.
I've given up on football. I'm now wearing a soccer jersey. It's November, so I'm eating pumpkin pie. I don't care anymore. I don't care. All right? I don't care. Let's talk basketball.
Listen, the Bulls are 6-1. What is going on in the world?
I don't know.
You see, everything backwards.
Is just all wrong. The universe is all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Something is wrong.
That was an epic comeback last night. I looked at it early, and I'm like, "Oh man, they're doomed." And then I'm like, "They won by 2? What?"
Dude, 24 at one point.
I turned the game on at like the second quarter, and I was so disappointed. And I turned it back off until I don't know, 7 minutes to go in the third, and I was like, I'll watch, I guess, the rest of this until I fall asleep. And then I realized in the fourth quarter, we actually have a chance at this. And then, Philly also didn't score for 8 minutes in the fourth quarter.
You have to have that to go on a run like that. You have to.
Yeah.
Insane.
Basketball
even if they score twos, you can't catch up when you're down that much unless people stop scoring.
Basketball is such a momentum sport. It's crazy.
And Philly took their starters out way too early. I mean, they got way too cold. They were.
Did they put them back in later?
They did. Oh yeah.
Starters come on, man. These bench players can't keep a lead.
You had Joel going back in with 5 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go, and he was not they were ready to be out for the rest of the game.
He already had his shoes off.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they were ready. I mean, they were done, man.
That's such a coaching miscue. To do that. And it's I know you think you got it, but in today's NBA, a 20-point lead is nothing.
Nothing.
It's nothing.
No.
Wow.
It's nothing. It's a good 5 minute run.
Yeah. All right, we got lots to cover. We've got NFL still topsy-turvy, everything's backwards. Trey could have swapped his picks and had the same score, 7-7.
Would have gone the same record if I'd have swapped all my picks.
We've got the college football playoff. First bracket's out. So let's go on that. Yeah, Notre Dame. We've got the NBA in full swing. We even got college basketball kicked off last night. I don't know.
Man, I love sports.
I know. It's October, November is just World Series is over. I didn't even mention that, but what an epic comeback. We talked about that last week. I mean, we probably got to just hit that. I mean, Dodgers come back again. And they were still, what were they?
Listen, I believed in the Dodgers.
Yep.
Let me tell you the craziest stat about the World Series, or the craziest remark. Kevin Millar on MLB Network predicted the home run by their shortstop, second baseman. What's his name? I'm losing the thought. But anyways, predicted the home run by that guy who hadn't gotten a hit in a month.
Yeah,
hadn't gotten a hit in a month. And
I think I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
That's wild. That's a wild prediction. That's a hot take.
Yeah, that's a serious.
That is a hot take.
That was wild.
But that tag out at home was just nuts. And I don't know the players' names, but the second baseman, dang near falling down.
Same guy that hit the home run.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. It was because he had that play and then the home run. What a game for him. And then and
all the guys to do is to run through the base. He doesn't have to slide.
Well, I saw a picture of still. It says, "This is going to live in Toronto fans' head rent free for the rest of their life." If he would have gotten a lead and potentially slid head first, because it was this close, right?
Yeah. Oh, crushing. Yeah. In fact, they had to go to replay because the catcher took his foot off the base for just a moment.
Yeah, it was so close. Yeah,
very, very close. But that was just an incredibly wild game, and I still can't believe. It blows me away that the Blue Jays did just about everything right and at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they played really well. They hit the ball decent, good enough to win. They had a lead. I saw this meme that said that the Tigers lost in a heartbreaking series to the Mariners, who lost an even more heartbreaking series to the Blue Jays, who lost an even more heartbreaking series to the Dodgers. It's just crushing for fan bases this season.
Couldn't have scripted it any better.
That's sports in a nutshell, though, right? It's like unless you bring the trophy home, you're crushed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yep.
Rojas was the second baseman that made that play.
Okay.
Miggy Rojas and hit the home run.
Yep. Epic,
Wow.
man. Epic.
Wow.
So
And I'll tell you, I got to say this. I'm really like, I don't watch a lot of Dodgers baseball, so I haven't really followed them. But man, Yamamoto,
oh, that guy.
that guy's a stud.
Yeah.
That guy is a stud.
They
Worth
have
every penny.
they have such a good team.
Yeah. I mean, they
Yeah.
should be in it every single year for the foreseeable future with that. I mean, they're just you guys probably saw it. Magic Johnson, like how many championships he's won, from Michigan State to the NBA to the Dodgers. I think he's got one like as a Sparks owner or something like that, as a Lakers owner, the Dodgers. I mean, you want to talk about filling up your thumb and all your toes. Magic's
Yeah.
probably pretty darn close there. Crazy.
Yeah, pretty good record.
Yeah.
Had to switch that icon because clearly I did not deserve it with the NFL picks.
Yeah.
I'm 12 games down and I haven't missed a week.
We should share that. I know it's
Brutal.
it's been
Brutal.
interesting for sure.
Interesting is an interesting word. I'm losing. I'm losing picks. I'm losing ground every week.
So
Every week.
yep, Taylor and Scott tied, and Taylor won it on a tiebreaker. Too bad Tyson wasn't up there because he hit the number on the head as far as the points, the combined points. And then
I'm 13 and 14 in the last 2 weeks. Ballin'.
G is still leading. Scott pulled into a tie with him, though. Tyson still 1 game back, and I'm still 3 games back. I just kind of I've been 3 games back for like the last 3 weeks. I'm not gaining ground. I'm not losing ground to the leader. I lost a game to Scott, but it didn't cost me in the overall standings as far as to the lead. But yeah, I don't know, man.
It's tough out there.
Trickling into oblivion, into irrelevance. About to turn my attention to the NBA fully.
Yeah, I want to look at some of these games. I mean, I started with Tommy on Thursday night. I'm Tommy. Why'd you pick Miami? Let's dive into that. What were you thinking about Miami?
Next question.
I mean, in fairness, Lamar still wasn't playing.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Lamar wasn't playing. I mean, it was just one of those picks. They'd come off a fairly decent game and just decide, you know what, let's go with Miami.
Baltimore's trying to pick up spots.
I am trying to pick up spots.
That's
Here. I'm
right.
trying to climb up the leaderboard here, trying to pick some upsets. And Baltimore, I mean, they looked good against the Bears, but again, the Bears aren't anything special, and they've looked pretty terrible the rest of the season. So I said, hey, Miami has a chance here. Let's go, McDaniels. And he didn't do anything. So
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get fired at the end of the season. But hey, I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Well,
rough.
obviously, we should have picked Carolina and Minnesota for our upset.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Arizona. Only one person picked Arizona, which was who? Tommy. Good job on that one.
let's go, baby.
But nobody picked Green Bay or Detroit for obvious reasons. Detroit was doing really well. Green Bay, though, they're
Yes,
kind
yeah,
of disappointing.
I picked Detroit over Minnesota because I thought, well, I've been picking Minnesota and they've been burning me. So then I picked Detroit and then Minnesota wins. I'm like, this game sucks.
There was no chance I was going to choose Minnesota over Detroit, but in that those divisional games, anything can happen. And I think a lot of us just kind of forgot that these divisional games mean a lot more than what the record shows. I mean, no matter what. So,
and we
those
almost
teams-
all lost Jacksonville. We almost all lost them.
Yeah.
no
The Raiders
kidding.
were right there.
Yeah.
That was one. What's the guy's little? Is it Grady Little? What's his first name? Cam Little.
I think Cam Little.
68-yard
Yep.
field goal.
Bomb.
New NFL record.
Dude, he was on the other side of the logo, clearly. He wasn't even touching the logo. He was on the other side of the logo. That's insane.
Yeah, that's absolutely
wild.
insane.
That's insane. Hey, I picked the Giants against San Francisco. I thought that was a good pick. Clearly not.
I think the Giants' run is over, honestly, with Scadaboo out.
I know. I was just hopeful that Dart might be inspired and have one of those crazy good games. And San Francisco has been so up and down. It's kind of it's hard to.
Yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to climb the leaderboard. I'm taking some wild picks from this point on.
Yeah,
That's
the
what's
Niners
happening, baby.
have been all over the place. But
Right.
what other games? Los Angeles, Tennessee, not much there.
No. We got to start with the game that I decided I was going to choose. The damn Kansas City Chiefs. Are the
I know, me too.
Trey, are the Bills for real? They took down the Chiefs. Josh did not look scared at all.
No, he didn't look scared at all.
He didn't look scared of Mahomes at all.
But what's really concerning is Mahomes got pressured more in this game without blitzing, by the way, than the 2 Super Bowls he lost where he was running around for his life. Got pressured more in this game. Like it's not good.
Yeah, 15-34.
Yeah, it's not good. For in his first time in his career, he was below 50%.
Yeah.
Obviously, they need Josh Simmons back in a hurry, and they got to get that line figured out. They lost their left guard for a moment there. Had to bring in a replacement. Like that's just not good. Like their offensive line just continues to be a problem. I'm kind of not happy about the fact that Tyquan Thornton is no longer part of the wide receiving play. I mean, he had such a great.
He was
because they don't have room. Got too many mouths to feed. He's doing kickoffs now, but he's not in the wide receiver plan much. That's a mistake. They cannot run the ball, or at least they've given up on running the ball right now. They didn't make any moves at the break. So, I'm a diehard fan. I believe in them, but I'm not feeling as great about them today as I was 4 days ago. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was just a brutal game. I mean, I genuinely thought Kansas City was going to look better. Like we talked about last week, I thought that the Bills had such a cupcake schedule so far. I really didn't know who they were, and I just decided, you know what, I think Kansas City is a slightly better team. They were on a roll. But yeah, I mean, the Bills are, I think they are who we didn't think they were, right? Maybe they're a lot better who than we thought. And
okay, so let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you one question about that. If going into the game, if you had said, hey, Mahomes is going to throw for under 50%, have no touchdowns, and have an interception, how much do you think they lose by?
I mean,
on the road at Buffalo.
I wouldn't have said 7.
Right.
Maybe.
That's the only silver lining for me is that we only lost by 7 on the road at Buffalo, playing one of the worst games they've played in a long time.
Yeah. What was the other? I think I told you guys I was driving home, so I was listening to it. And it's NFL radio, so it's going game to game, and I knew about the intentional grounding that was tipped, but there was another play they were alluding to that the refs just totally botched. What was that?
I don't know about plays that they missed, but I will say this: Mahomes got hit pretty hard a couple times, and he didn't get the flags this time. Did not get the rough and the passer flags. But I don't know about other plays that they missed, but that one was pretty like it wasn't even the thing about that was so egregious is that they didn't call it initially.
Right.
They got together to call that, but then couldn't review it afterwards.
Yeah,
couldn't get together and switch it. It's like if you didn't see it at the beginning,
right,
and you don't have definitive proof, to just let it go.
Right. Yep. And that was a big play because that was coming back late in the fourth quarter, if I recall correctly. And loss of down is a killer.
Like my coach used to say in college and in high school, both of them, hey, don't put yourself in a position where the refs impact the game.
Yeah. Yep. It's always
because things are going to happen. They're going to miss stuff, whatever.
Yeah, because it could be a call early in the game that you think doesn't have an impact, but turns it. But late in the game, it feels like it was everything.
Yeah. You just can't be in a position where that's possible.
Yeah.
If you are, you didn't play well enough.
But aside from this game, Trey, you called out a game last week that ended up being a pretty good one. Was that Colts Pittsburgh game ended up being a real real stinker?
I didn't pick them though.
No, you didn't pick them.
I called on here, but
you said that was going to be a really good game, and the Steelers were going to give the Colts hell. But
I know, but I didn't.
They ended up winning.
I don't know why I should have done that, but
that was a game there, man.
I know. Well, this is why I suck at this.
Yeah.
For all the good I do at NBA, it's equally as bad or maybe worse with the NFL games. I can't pick them, man. I can't pick them.
It's so tough.
I know. It's crazy.
Well, Denver barely, bailed it out.
They did. I picked Houston. I actually thought Houston was playing really well, and I felt like
they
kind of ready for like a down game, and they didn't play great. I mean, gosh, so many field goals in that game for Houston. Though they just couldn't get it across the goal line.
Yeah,
one touchdown pretty much that kind of changes everything, and they just couldn't do it. But Yeah, Denver looks somewhat inevitable right now in the NFC West.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to beat them twice to have a shot,
right.
to even have a shot.
Do they play next week? I don't. or is
We have
it
a
two?
bye.
Okay.
Chiefs run a bye. But yeah, they play the week after that,
Yeah.
and then the Chiefs play the Colts.
Well, I'll tell you a team that looked good, and I hate to say it was Kansas City, or not Kansas City. I hate to say that too.
Don't tease. What do you?
It's Seattle.
Yeah.
The Seahawks, the Sea Chickens, as I call them, looked really good on Monday night.
They did play well. They played really well.
They just steamrolled Washington.
Their
That first
defense was
quarter,
flying around.
what did Darnold have? Like 22 straight completions or something crazy.
Something
It was
like
wild.
that. Yeah.
And,
Their
so,
defense
and they
was
weren't
flying around.
and they weren't just dinks. He was threading that ball. I always got to think about his name, Jackson Smith Najigba, JSN. I think he had 120 something yards in the first half.
He's over 1,000 for the season already.
Yeah. In the first half, they're like, this is a 600 or 700-yard game already. Season.
Yeah,
Guys,
Insane.
lights
it's
out.
pretty wild.
But
Yeah, no, they looked really good. I think Seattle is a little bit of a surprise in the NFC. I think they have a chance to, I think, go deep in the playoffs. I don't know how deep, but I could see them making the NFC Championship game.
well, they're kind of replacing Washington, right? We thought Washington was going to be really good.
Yeah.
Obviously, horrible injury for Jaden Daniels with his elbow.
Yeah,
But they had a million injuries before that too, and he's been fighting stuff.
and it just messes everything up. I mean, it's hard to get back. It's hard to get timing. It's hard to stay healthy after that. When one part of your body gets injured, it seems like it's hard to keep it going. So
Yeah, you compensate, and it's just not there. You haven't had that like that wear and tear positively to build up and just kind of break that muscle down and rebuild it up, and you're just getting back to the point where it's like it's okay. It's not 100% really.
Yeah. And the NFC has 6 teams that have 6 wins right now, or 5 teams have 6 wins. They would have been 6 if Green Bay had won. They got 6 teams that have 6 wins, and they're all pretty solid. Like I think they're pretty evenly matched. I mean, I think seeing Philly at the number 1 seed right now is still a little shocking, just because they've been up and down.
Yeah, they
I like
really
Tampa
have.
Bay, but I don't know if you can trust them.
No.
In the playoffs, Seattle looks pretty good. Green Bay's whatever right now. I like the Rams a lot at number 5 right now. I think they might be the best team overall. But I could see like a Rams Seahawks NFC Championship game.
When you've got 3 out of the NFC West, and even the Cardinals that not playing as a great team record 3-5, they're always giving people games. So they could even knock off somebody within that division at some point.
Yeah.
You go into Arizona thinking you got an easy win, and you don't.
Now, here's the crazy thing. Kansas City is essentially tied with Jacksonville. If Jacksonville loses this week, they'll both be 5-4, but Jacksonville has a tiebreaker. So Kansas City is still on the out, looking in right now for the playoffs. And some people have joked around about, hey, Chiefs will be there. They'll give the Bills a run in the playoffs. And in my mind, I'm thinking, man, we got to get there. We got some tough games coming up. It's not a cakewalk. Not a given.
It still has about a 75% chance to make the playoffs, though.
Just because they play the Raiders again and some other,
Right.
But I mean, like they got 2 against the Broncos. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 1-1 against the Broncos. I mean, that
wouldn't shock me if they went 0-2.
It wouldn't shock you, right? And I think 1-1 or 0-2 is. I would not have said that last year. Last year I would have said 2-0 or 1-1, and this year it's 1-1, 0-2. That's what's possible. If Indy plays a great game, I think they could beat them. They'll probably beat Dallas. They'll probably beat Houston. They'll probably beat the Chargers again and Tennessee, and the Raiders. But there's 3 games on that schedule that are kind of iffy, and if they lose those 3 games, I mean, you're sitting there at 10-7.
Well, and 10-7 is probably best case scenario, because if you drop one to either Houston or the Chargers, which could happen. I mean, Chargers aren't playing great, but if Herbert gets heated, and Houston's been playing competitively,
right?
Yep.
Now you're 9-8.
I mean, I think 11-6 is possible, but not likely. I think 10-7 is probably more realistic. I think 9-8 or even 8-9 is on the table, which
I think those are the more realistic in my opinion.
It's the Cincinnati Bengals of 2025.
Yeah. That's hard
to say. People are going to say nobody wants to play the Chiefs in the playoffs and they won't make it, which is
right. That would be crazy to be home field in round 1 and have the Chiefs. You'd be like, what a bad draw, just from an experience perspective, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
But
Well, if they win it
that's-
from the 7th seed, then now we'll feel even more, just more of the dynasty of like they can win from anywhere. If they win from the 7th seed, I think they went from the 6 or the 5 last time. When they didn't have home field advantage, I think they were 5.
yeah.
Maybe they were 4. They might have been a 4. I can't remember because they won the AFC West. They were probably 4. But yeah, they win from 5, 6, or 7. That'll be something.
Yeah. All right. Any other games this last week besides Dallas still sucks?
They just
I hate
can't
that
get
team.
their act together.
I will.
Oh,
I
man.
will tell you about my parlay from Monday night
Please.
that I hit. Dak had 250 yards, and I had Dak for 250 plus, and he hit it. And well, now the stupid ESPN YouTube thing too, right? So I wasn't even watching the game. I'm updated on my phone, and I see his last pass play was -2 yards to like Ferguson, and I'm like, please don't tell me I lost this bet because of a -2 on his loss. But it got him right to 250. So I had that. I had a Trey McBride anytime, Jacoby Brissett, like 220 or 230 plus, and then Ferguson for I think 5 catches. And so $10 paid 76. So I do like the Cowboys for that reason. But
You know what I like the Cowboys for? I like the fact that they're on a bye and I don't have to pick them this week. That's what I
Right.
like. Yeah. I like that they're not playing. That's
I
what
know.
excites me because I always pick them because their offense, thinking, well,
I
they'll
know.
probably, I mean, against the Cardinals,
Yeah.
I figured offense they'll put up 30. The Cardinals aren't going to score 30.
Right.
And, what do I know, of course? So
Tommy was the only one that knew anything on that one.
I know. I mean, the Cardinals did put together 30.
I was just listen. I expected them to walk into Jerry World and piss Jerry off, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that Jerry is the only owner that I know in the league where after the game, I hear from him before I hear from the coach of the players. Like they're interviewing him up there about what happened. Like what is going on with this team? It's nuts. Absolutely.
They need to close. They need to close the curtains in the stadium there, and maybe they'd have a chance at winning a game.
Yeah, it's just crazy. You know what's really weird about that is if you look at the statistics, for the game, it was almost identical. Like it's crazy how almost identical the two teams played. The difference is I always had 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Yep.
But everything else was, exactly identical. That's pretty wild.
Aside from that, I'll just say I'm pleasantly surprised the Chicago Bears are 5-3, tied for second in the division with the Lions. Something I wouldn't have thought 8 games into the season.
No.
I don't know if they win anymore. I kept saying 5 wins. I may have to adjust that to like 7 now. God, they may win 7.
Dude, they're in the
games this year.
playoff talk. You kidding?
I know.
Like they're
I
in
think
the
they'll win
playoff.
one.
No. It's a fake. It's a very fake thing. I'm not
Okay,
going to believe.
Okay, let's just go through this. Do you think they're going to
Yeah.
beat the Giants?
Yes.
They're
I do.
6. Do
Yeah.
you think they'll beat Minnesota?
Yes.
No.
Ooh, split. Yes
We've
or
already
no?
lost to them once. No, it's a divisional game. I think
At Minnesota.
At Minnesota, and I believe in my guy up there too much.
Okay, what about Pittsburgh? Think they beat Pittsburgh?
No, I don't think they beat
No,
Pittsburgh.
I don't think
Okay,
they
how
do
about the
that.
Eagles?
No.
Packers.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 7. Cleveland.
I am only choosing them because I hate the Packers, and
I think they could.
they're-
I definitely.
I still think they're going to lose, but I think that's such a tough rivalry, and the Bears want.
Okay, well, they play the Packers twice. Let's get.
I think they'll go 1-1.
they're 1-1. 1-1.
Okay, so that's 7. You think they'll beat the Browns?
Yeah.
There's 8. And they play
Tough.
San Francisco.
I think they tie with the Browns.
You think they tie? Dude,
I
ties
think
are
they
so.
tie
like,
with the Browns.
ties are so.
I think they tie with the Browns.
like that just doesn't. It doesn't happen that often. It's happened once this year.
I know, and
Yeah.
it's going to happen again. I bet.
And then San Francisco. You think they beat San Francisco?
No.
And then Detroit.
No.
So you're sitting on 8 wins.
They'll get to at least 8.
Yeah. So you're sitting on 8.
I think
with what
that's
they have now.
4.
If they surprise somebody, get to 9.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? Any of those games we said yes to a win on, they could have a flip-flop game, just like some of those wins they had earlier in the season when they lose by 1 point to one of these terrible teams, or like since that Cincinnati game where it's a shootout. They almost gave up the game to begin with. So,
If you think
It's
about
so
it,
tough.
They're 5 wins this year against the Cowboys, the Raiders, the Commanders who are down, the Saints, and the Bengals. So it's
Yeah.
not like they've really beat anybody. So you might be right. You might be
Yeah.
right about that.
Hey, still 5-3 in the playoff
I-
hunt,
listen,
man.
I know.
I am thrilled. I am thrilled that the Chicago Bears and the Chicago
the
Bulls
I know.
are on top of the standing. I am screenshotting this. This will be my background for the rest of the year.
I mean, it's something, It's
It
something.
is. It's something.
So, yeah,
Got to brag about something. This is it.
that's right. That's right. What games this week are you guys looking forward to?
A sneaky one for me. Hold on, I got to get back to it. I think it's New England and
Yes,
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Yes.
Yeah.
I want to see. I think this is a litmus test game to see who's
Yeah.
really legit. Yeah.
that one. I was like, didn't expect that to be a good game, but looking like it.
Rams, 49ers, I think will be good. Chargers, Steelers, obviously, and Packers, Eagles. Those are the ones I'm most excited about. But kind of that sneaky game is that Ravens Vikings game. I just think two bad teams. Lamar's back. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I know. Before you jumped on the call, I told Kale I almost feel like I have to pick the Vikings again.
I'm picking them. I'm picking them.
I mean,
picking them.
which means they're going to lose. So everybody should pick the Ravens. I'm picking the
Yeah.
Vikings.
That's funny.
That is funny. Kale, I would like to. I might have to just put a spreadsheet together when I'm really bored this weekend and just track all the teams to see how you pick a certain team.
Right.
That
There
would be
are
actually
teams
quite
I
fascinating.
cannot. It's like the Chiefs have gotten me. I'm probably like 1-8 with them. Or
Chiefs have got a
1-7,
lot of people this year.
I will not be picking them again.
Yeah.
At all. The rest of the season, I'm
Probably
holding you to
probably
that,
not.
Tommy.
Probably
I'm
not.
holding you to that.
Listen, I also said I wasn't going to pick Minnesota again this year. And here I
You're
am.
taking the
So
Raiders
I'm
over the Chiefs at the end of the season. I love it. I'm here
Yeah,
for
probably.
it. Let's go.
Yeah, probably.
He's either going down in a ball of flames or coming back.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Gotta make us some ground. That's for sure.
All right. We better get to college football, man.
Well, before
Yeah.
before we do that, we have to do the Genty tracker. Where are you at on this?
Oh,
Let's see.
Where are you at on this? How we doing? Are we hitting 1,000 yards or what with this pick? We just got to keep tracking this hot take the whole season. That's all.
I got to
He's
go
at
back.
487 right now through 8 games.
So he's on track. Barely.
Is that 61 yards times 17 games? What is that? 61 times 17. He's on track for 1,037. All right.
Yeah.
all righty.
See what happens.
And they continue to get worse. And giving the ball less. That's the thing. It's like you're giving them the ball less.
Well, when you're playing from behind, you have to throw.
I
I
know.
mean,
Yeah.
that's the worst part. If he was on a team that could at least just get a lead,
Yeah.
he might be able to run the ball.
Do something. Yeah.
Well, and I listened to quite a bit of that game Sunday. It was like a track meet in the second half. Nobody could stop anybody. Even in overtime, they both went and scored.
Yeah.
And then
So I will say this: he's 11th in carries this year. So he's getting he's almost top 10 in terms of number of carries that he's getting in the league. So it's not like he's not getting as many carries as the average, top running back. So he is getting that, but he's I think 19th or 16th in yards. So good rookie season on a crappy team.
Yeah. I know that's so hard when you're on a crappy team.
Yeah, not much you can do about it.
No.
Not a lot you can do about it. All right, let's go college football.
All right. Any games from last week, or just playoffs?
Well, I saw the initial playoff draft this week, and again, like I said before, I'm excited for some of those teams that are towards the bottom and have a shot. I love that. I think that's what college football should be all about, just like college basketball.
Yeah.
Let's get some of those Cinderella stories and some of those upsets. Again, I'm hoping they go to 16 at some point. Get 4 more teams in there to see what happens. Especially with the parity, I feel like players are going to different schools now. It's very, very possible that some teams could pull upsets that maybe they couldn't 5 years ago.
All right, so let me run down the seedings. We got Ohio State number 1, Indiana number 2, A&M 3, Alabama Crimson Tide number 4, who we all wrote off after week 1.
We all did. Guilty.
Yeah,
Guilty.
Absolutely guilty.
I dug the grave. Yes, I did. Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 7, BYU. That's cool to see. Number 8, Texas Tech. Number 9, Oregon Ducks. 10, Notre Dame. Number 11, Virginia. That's kind of crazy. Number 12, Memphis. That's a couple ones at the back end of it that Virginia's in there and Memphis is in there because of the weird rules with like the Power 5 or something, right? I'm trying to figure that out.
You're looking at the AP Top 25. You're not looking at the CFP, right?
No, I'm looking
Yeah,
at the CFP.
No, because
The
11
CFP
is
has
Texas,
11
and
is Texas
12
and
is
12 is
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm looking at the CFP, the matchups.
Oh, the potential matchups, yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Who they think they're going to pick, but not the rankings. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, because that's the first round matchups based on what it is right now. So, but it's kind of interesting to have Memphis in there and Virginia, and that I don't know the rules well enough to figure it out. So,
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't either.
I did see a meme. They're like, that makes total sense, and the guy was like, I have no idea what they're even talking about. But for me, looking at that, I mean, to me, number 1 and number 2 is clear, and that'll be settled in the Big Ten championship game. So that'll be cool. I am all of a sudden a big Indiana Hoosiers fan because I always hate Ohio State.
Let's go.
Even though they beat the Ducks this year, anybody but Ohio State. It used to be anybody but Alabama. Now it's anybody but Ohio State.
We might be saying that after this year. I mean, they're the second best SEC team in the CFP.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may have jumped the gun on that one just a little bit. I think we were all excited about Alabama's downfall.
Well, they did look really bad week 1, man.
They looked
did.
so terrible week
They did.
1. Yeah.
You know?
They did. What's funny to me, to go back to the NFL just for a moment in the same breath, is that people were celebrating the downfall of the Chiefs. Then they were all saying the Chiefs are back and dangerous and the best team he's ever had. And then they lay an absolute egg this week. So Alabama has not done that. They have not.
No, they have not.
But,
Yeah, but BYU's up there. That's pretty awesome to see. They're 8-0. Who had a really bad week was Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
They were undefeated, looking, in good position. And when you look at the rankings, they're all the way down to 17.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, you lose to NC State.
yeah.
Who's 5-4. It's not a good look. Give up 48 points. That's not a good look.
No.
I was a little bit shocked that Texas beat Vanderbilt. I know Texas is better than their record, but I was shocked that Vanderbilt didn't win that game.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Yeah.
I was shocked that Miami lost to SMU in overtime.
Oh, I'm so happy for that. Yeah.
I both love it and hate it because it makes Notre Dame's losses look more not as great. But I also am always cheering for the downfall of Miami. So
Well, and it's you know how it is when a coach is at your school and he bails and you have a better coach. You always root for that coach to lose, and that's Cristobal in Miami. So
What happened in that Miami game? I didn't get a chance to watch it. That's a surpriser.
I don't know. I was running a 50K on Saturday in the pouring rain for 7 hours, so I was kind of out of it.
I didn't watch the game, but I know it was an overtime loss for Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else college football? Well, let's see. This week, big game, BYU Texas Tech. That'll definitely have college football playoff implications.
Yep.
I like I wish I could go to the game, but Texas A&M is coming to Columbia to face Mizzou, and Mizzou's had a good season. They had some games where they could have potentially won that Alabama game 27-24. That was close. Vandy was 17-10. I'm like, their 2 losses are by a combined, I think, 10 points total. So they've had a good season, even though they're 6-2. It'll be interesting if they can stay up with A&M at all, or if this is going to be one of those games where A&M runs them out of off the field. So I'm looking forward to that, just as almost a litmus test for Missouri to see if they're as good as maybe we think they've been all year.
Yeah. Well, I think looking at Oregon traveling to Iowa, that's always a trap game. Iowa is a tough place to play. They grind it out. They just it's like you're playing in mud. And if Oregon loses that, their college football playoffs are probably done.
You got to fly in and then drive somewhere.
Iowa's only had two. I mean, they could be easily 8-0 right now. They only lost to Iowa State by 3 and IU by 5. So I mean, they're not a bad team at all.
Is that IU's closest game? It probably is, right?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my point, is that they've always been a team. It's like it's a grind. Even when
Yep.
you beat them, it doesn't feel like you won.
Yeah.
You just look up and you see the score has more for you, and you're like, damn, I feel like I just got beat up. You know?
I think Oregon will do just fine. I'm not worried about that one too much.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm a fan, but I just feel like the last game, Wisconsin, they played horrible. I think that they beat Rutgers up, but Rutgers is absolutely like a high school team, not good at all. But even going back to the IU game, the last few games, they just really haven't done anything. So they got to get their ship righted.
That BYU Texas Tech game is it is sadly probably going to knock one of those teams
Out.
out of the CFP.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a rough schedule because you don't anticipate that those two teams would be in that position at this time of the
Right.
year. But Texas Tech loses 2. I don't know if they're going to get in. BYU could probably lose the game, and if they run the table, maybe sneak in.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a close game. But that's an unfortunate game for either of those two schools. I think the loser's out.
Well, and it's a bummer because Texas Tech, they kind of laid an egg against Arizona State. That was their loss. I mean, outside of that, they've beaten Utah. They haven't really played anybody else.
Right.
Kansas State, Oklahoma State's absolutely garbage.
And BYU's got a good schedule, but who have they played?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They beat Utah. That's the only ranked team that they've beat.
Yeah, the Holy Bowl.
So it's like if they lose this game, and then they play TCU, Cincinnati, UCF. So they don't have a chance to have like a statement game.
Yeah, whoever loses that game is probably out of the running. Either way.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
Texas Tech is going to have the head-to-head for the Big 12, right? So.
Right, and then they don't play. Like if they lose that game too, they don't have anybody to play after that to make a statement win either. They play UCF and West Virginia. So
yeah,
and it's unfortunate, but I think the loser's out in that game.
Yeah.
Make it a good game. They'll probably have something to play for.
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy to look at Indiana, Penn State now, thinking 6-8 weeks ago that was like a game you had circled on your calendar.
Yep.
And now it's just like
doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching that one.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Like tickets are as low as $22 on ESPN. It says.
Now here's an interesting question. I know that Northwestern's going on the road to play USC. Is there any chance that they win that game? Any chance?
They could.
I could see it happening.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Penn State. Obviously, that's not a big deal. They beat Purdue. They lost to Nebraska. Like, I think it depends on who shows up, but I think that USC is one of those teams where they're kind of a surprise everybody this year at 6-2 and ranked 19. I could see an interesting game there. Maybe an upset. I'm putting USC on upset alert against Northwestern.
I could see it happening. I really could. I mean, they only lost to Nebraska, Oregon, and Tulane this year. They're 5-3. None of their losses were crazy. I mean, their Oregon loss wasn't the best. Tulane, I guess, wasn't the best either.
Well, Tulane was the first game of the year. It's like, okay, Alabama looked terrible that year. So you can't. But the Nebraska loss, it was a little surprising. It's in Nebraska. And Oregon, I mean, they lost by 20, but
I think they could pull it off against USC.
It's
honestly.
Possible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. They won at Penn State, which is not an easy place to play. I mean, clearly Penn State wasn't doing well, but still they went into Penn State and won. And I just think USC is like one of those teams where nobody had them on the radar at the beginning of the year, and they're up there. But how good are they?
Here's a game that I think is going to be one of those sneaky tough games for a team. Is Notre Dame against Navy. Navy being 7-1, unranked at 7-1. I know they haven't really played anyone, but this is one of those games that Notre Dame plays every year that could end up being a sneaky loss to put them out of the playoffs.
It would be just like Notre Dame.
It would be.
It would be just like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
To do something like that. They got Pitt the next week, but then they play Syracuse and Stanford. So I think Notre Dame has to run the table to stay in at 2 losses.
Oh yeah, yeah, they definitely have to. And I think this is one of those sneaky games again that they play such a run heavy style of offense, a power offense that Notre Dame doesn't see very often. And I think this could be one of those sneaky games where they don't put enough a quarterback QB zone or QB watchers on this guy. I mean, he's their leading rusher as well as leading passer. So I mean, I think it could be a sneaky game. There's a couple other ones like that, Trey, like you were talking about with Missouri playing A&M. I think that's another game that A&M really has to be on upset alert for.
Yeah, I don't trust Mizzou to win that game, but I think they could make it a game.
It's going to be a game. I think. Here's the thing: is I don't trust A&M. Is the deeper they get into the season, everyone's expecting A&M like they expect LSU and a lot of these SEC teams to make that slip up. And is this that opportunity? Maybe, but I don't think they lose. But I think just like last week when you said Pittsburgh was going to give some hell to the Colts, I'm thinking Missouri is going to give some hell to A&M.
I think they will too. I got a feeling about it. Would I pick them? I don't know.
I know.
Probably should.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, putting all my money on Missouri now.
Yeah, I was just looking ahead, weeks ahead, just see kind of what's out there. You got Oklahoma playing Alabama in a couple of weeks.
That'll be fun.
Just looking for playoff implication games more than anything. There's always going to be upsets because that's every week there's an upset. It seems like that nobody predicted. And then you're getting into rivalry games.
Texas at Georgia that same week.
Yeah.
As Oklahoma, Alabama.
Yeah, that's a good one. Georgia Tech plays late in the season. Thanksgiving, day after Thanksgiving. Texas A&M, Texas plays that day. That'll be a fun game to watch as we're all sitting around bloated on turkey. Man, it's hard to believe it's going to be Thanksgiving soon. It's a lot of football left is the point, right? Just tons and tons of football. You still got, obviously, championship games, rivalry games. There's so much football to be played. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know IU's good, and I'm going to be rooting for them in the Big Ten championship because they're going to be there against Ohio State. I think I know that much.
Yep.
So, all right. NBA.
All right. Well, before we get started here, we have to say Chicago Bulls in the number 1 seed right now. Tony, snapshot that bad boy. Make sure you got that. What's interesting to me is we talked about this last year. When the Thunder won, we talked about how are they going to respond? Are they going to have a lull? Or are they going to come out of the gates hot, strong? Are they going to be hungry still? And we all, I think, if I remember correctly, we all kind of concluded we thought they would still be hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here they are, 8-0 to start the season. Clearly, one of the best teams in the West. Again, their point differential is the best
13
among all the teams in the West.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hype about that because I just love the fact that a small market team is just dominating. I love it.
Well, I saw a stat. I think it was the last 3 games that Chet has had SGA has had like 31 points, and he hasn't played the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm so good. I'm gonna lead the league or be up there in the league as far as scoring, and I think he's like leading in clutch points. But it's like you're not even playing the fourth quarter most games. How are you leading clutch points?
Yeah,
that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I mean he's playing really well. I think the confidence he got from last year, MVP and winning, he's just finding his groove right now. He's averaging 33 a game. He just clearly is just comfortable out there. It almost looks like the game is slowing down for him.
Oh, it totally slowed down for him, and that's when somebody's really feeling it. Is they're just playing so controlled. They're not out of control.
Controlled and relaxed. Just
Yep.
And I think that's impressive because I think sometimes when you win a title, you can feel the weight of I have to validate this or I have to make sure that it wasn't just a one and done type situation. But it doesn't seem like he has any pressure on his shoulders.
No,
it's almost like it relaxed him a little bit.
Yeah, he's second leading scorer, playing 7 minutes less than Tyrese Maxey and playing 4 minutes more than Giannis, who's only about a point below him. Lauri Markkanen's number 4. That's crazy. Austin Reeves is up there.
How about Chet Holmgren, averaging 21 right now?
Yeah, he's looking good too. If he's before we get too far, let's not forget who won last week in the NBA Pick'em. That would be me.
That was you. I lost my games. I lost my lead to you last week. I'm telling you, last week I almost started drinking last week. It was a pretty
That's funny.
I mean, after the football games, I go over to NBA just to check things out, just to see where we're at. And I'm like, no, that didn't work out either. So,
but we are. I always do the wrong thing. We are tied for the season. You have the tiebreaker by 4 points.
yeah, that's my strength right there is the tiebreaker.
So
Once I figured that out last year, you know,
yeah. But a team we got to talk about too, in my opinion, is the Blazers. The Blazers, they beat Denver Friday night. Ian actually had a chance to go to the game with his roommate last minute, but we were over there and we had an Airbnb and his girlfriend was coming over. So I was like, let me guess, when did he ask you? About noon? He goes, yeah. So obviously he couldn't blow off his girlfriend. He probably would have blew us off. And I told him that. I go, just for the record, if Emma wasn't here, you could have totally blown us off. I would have been fine with it. Because he would have got to go into the locker room for the Nuggets and stuff.
That would have been cool
for him. But anyways, the Blazers on the heels of Chauncey Billups scandal, and we haven't heard anything else about that since that. Really,
no, that's gone dark.
Which is really weird. It's like this huge story, FBI arrest, and boom. Tiago Splitter, though. I mean, and the thing I like about him, he comes from the Spurs organization as a player, playing for Pop. And I saw a thing, and I don't know who the assistant was, but they went to the other assistant and asked if he wanted to lead the team. He says, I think Tiago is a better choice to lead this team than I am. So that says a lot, that the other coach says that. Yeah, pretty remarkable.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little bit of a surprise. I mean, it's early in the season, but they've had a couple of good wins early on. And when something like that happens, I think a team either completely folds, like it just falls apart, or some guys find a reason to play, and everybody picks up their game a little bit. And they seem like they've gone the latter direction there. And they got 5 guys averaging over double figures, 2 over 20.
And Jeremy Grant's coming off the bench.
Shout out good coming off the bench
to the shooting coach, John Thompson. That's the guy that Ian worked with for years. He's still their shooting coach at the Blazers. So
that's awesome.
Good dude. He'll come watch Ian play a couple times this year. So, but he worked with, I mean, I always talk about Jeremy Grant. You remember Jeremy Grant when he came in the league? That guy could not shoot at all. And JT John has worked with him for, forever now. And obviously he's a pro, he's putting in the work, but I mean, Jeremy Grant he's a certified bucket off the bench, man.
He's averaging 52% on field goals. So, he's getting the right spots. He's taking his shots.
Yeah.
You think it's shot selection, or what do you think it is? What do you think is helping him out?
I think, he's just a better shooter these days than he used to be. He was a D and 3.
3 and D guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But he didn't have the 3.
Yeah, I mean, he's shooting 43% from the 3, and that used to be like the mark for a great shooter, like the best shooter in the league. If they could go over 40%, they were good.
Yeah,
and he's averaging 43%.
I think it's just he's pretty decent from just all 3 levels, right? I mean, he can get to the bucket, he can shoot the mid range at a decent clip. He can now shoot threes. He's good defensively. He can get to the line. He's just an overall like a good player now, and I think that he's just kind of transformed himself into what he is.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you, I think still my favorite player, and he's never been on a team I liked, is Drew Holiday. I love that guy.
Yeah.
You didn't like him when he was on the Hornets?
Well, he's never been on a team I liked, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just like him as a player.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't chase stats. He might not be the defender he was early in his career, but he's just
like a locker room guy.
Yeah, he's a locker room guy.
Yeah.
He's been traded around so much the last 3-4 years, and he still just shows up. And I mean, I always look at, you get to play a professional sport, so you should have the right attitude, but a lot of guys don't, right? They get spoiled,
right.
They get entitled. Drew Holiday is one that has never been that way, in my opinion. He's been the ultimate professional.
Just quiet, going about his business, making his 32 mil. Life is good.
Yeah, right. I know. 32
Can you believe that? They're making like $300,000 a game, $350,000 a game. That's wild.
I just sit up for one game a year.
Yeah.
You don't even have to put me in. I'll just suit up, man. Oh man. What other surprises in the NBA? You got? I mean, I think before they lost last night to the Bulls, the 76ers have been a big surprise. They're still 5-2. And that was a close game. Spurs, obviously, I think they were going to be the Lakers at 6-2 is kind of shocking.
Yeah, I'll tell you who I'm shocked about: the New Orleans Pelicans at 1-6. I think it's time to blow it up and trade everyone on that team, including Zion Williamson, because this is just bad.
And a negative 15-point differential,
buddy. It's bad. I get it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you're good.
I would say I'll tell you, surprises me is who's just ahead of them is the Mavericks.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Cooper Flag's, rookie. I get it. Like I know all that, but I didn't think they'd be 2-5.
No,
that's a little shocking to me. I mean, they've lost to the Rockets. I didn't think they'd lose to the Rockets. I'm not, how I feel about the Rockets. I'm not a big fan of them. I'm not surprised they lost to Detroit. That would make sense. I'm not surprised they lost to OKC, but losing to Washington, losing to San Antonio by a lot, wasn't even a close game. Those were surprise. I mean, I would have expected them to be like 4-3 or something like that, but I didn't see 2-5 coming.
It's a lot of teams to leapfrog just to get back to the 10th spot or even try to get up to top 6. I mean, you're 14th in the division.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of time left, but that's a little shocking that they started down there 2-5.
What do you guys think about? Go ahead.
I'm really curious to see what happens with Memphis. At 3-5.
That's where I was going next. Let's go. Same page.
Yeah. Like that's, I'm curious to see what happens with that organization. I mean, I've been high on them for a couple of years.
Well, with John Morant, like they just suspended him one game for conduct detrimental to the team for his comments about the coaching staff and all this. Does he get traded? Is that like ultimately what happens here? And who's the biggest winner between the John Morant sweepstakes and drafting him number 2 and the Zion Williams sweepstakes of drafting him number 1? Who really won those two drafts?
Who was the third pick in that draft?
I have no idea. That's a great.
What year was that?
2019, I think.
Let's see. Yeah. So RJ Barrett with the Knicks.
RJ Barrett. And then
you got to go like 4 or 5.
And then DeAndre
Hunter.
Darius Garland, Jarrett Culver, Kobe White, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura, Cam Reddish, Cameron Johnson, PJ Washington, Tyler
Hero, 13.
Romeo Langford. Some names I'm not going to pronounce because I will not get them correctly. Dude, 17, you got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 18, Gogo Batazde. Yeah, this was not a good draft.
That was
a brutal draft.
Wow. Yeah, there's not outside of those two, the first and second, but they're not.
I mean, Tyler Hero, he was in there.
Now, listen, the winner of that draft is Chicago Bulls at number 7 with Kobe White.
Kobe, right? Yeah.
Jeez. At least they're not paying him $40 million a season.
I could almost say it's the Lakers because they got the number 9 and 10 pick.
Yeah,
and
no kidding.
They didn't pick either one of them.
Yeah, no kidding.
Think about all the Duke players in that draft. Like that's wild.
That's every year though, man.
Well, but I'm saying is but they didn't turn out at all. I mean, a lot of Duke players don't turn out, but they had 3 of the first 10 picks, I think.
Well, Zion and who else?
They had Zion, they had RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish.
Oh yeah.
And you also had Kentucky with 2, 3 in the top 30.
Yeah, but 3 of the top 10, and none of them are really doing anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
It is crazy.
So we'll see what happens with Memphis. Does Ja get traded? Oh, that's a good question.
To me,
maybe they want to, but who's gonna take them?
Somebody will take them.
Yeah, there's some team.
His talent is too great, and the way I look at it, if I'm Memphis, I'm trading him. But I'm trying to get like 3 first-round picks or something stupid, right? or conditional swaps or something.
So who's a team do you think that's crazy enough to do that maybe is contending? Do you think like Toronto would take a swing, or like the Hornets get LaMelo some help and go really small with Ja and then 6-7? Do you think it's someone in the West that takes a swing? Like
The Pacers,
no, I don't think the Pacers take a swing.
they need to, but they that's not in their nature to do that.
No, maybe do the Pelicans take a swing and try and pair Zion and Ja? Do the Kings take a swing? The Suns take a swing? I mean,
Phoenix is dumb enough to do it.
Yeah, who's dumb enough to do
That's
it?
true.
But they don't have any
That's true.
picks, I don't think.
No, I don't think they do either. I mean, the Kings would be stupid enough to do it too. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people that would do that right now that I can,
It's got to be a team that's in the middle that's looking for a bump.
Maybe
that has a reason
Brooklyn
to do it.
Maybe Brooklyn wants a reset. They're 0-7.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to. I don't know.
No, I don't think
Washington. Maybe they ship him to Washington.
Yeah,
Welcome
it depends
to the
on
Wizards, buddy.
I'd have to look and see who has the picks to do it.
Maybe Miami. They finally get their superstar and John Morant.
Yeah, he does not fit their culture at all, though.
Yeah, but listen, you put him into Heat culture, maybe he makes a turnaround. Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe he needs Heat culture.
That worked for Jimmy Butler for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
I keep waiting for the Jimmy Butler Buddy Hield thing to blow up in a negative way. It's gonna happen. They just.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think the Buddy Hield blows up first more, or him and Draymond Green? Because I think it's him and Draymond Green.
Well, probably Draymond Green because it's Draymond, right?
Yeah, right. Jimmy and Draymond. You just put those two names together, and you're like, yeah, I can see that happening really easily.
I think they'll make it through this year, depending on how it does and what happens. What's his contract though? I forget. I feel like he signed up through the end of next year too. But Jimmy Butler, everywhere he's ever gone, he's not gone out quietly.
Mm-mm.
It's always this big deal. Minnesota, those are great stories though. Now when you see him like on your Instagram reels about Jimmy Butler taking 4 scrubs and beating the starters, and just and then obviously Miami, that thing just blew up too.
Yeah.
Jimmy's Draymond is on his contract right now, 121 million.
And Draymond has the same through 2027.
Yeah. It's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I feel like last year in the playoff run, they played really nice with one another.
They did. They're what's good. If they can collectively bring their superpowers together, which they have, then they'll be fine. But the moment Draymond or Jimmy has something, that doesn't go the right way, can Steve Kerr keep that magic going?
I think it depends on how they do. If they're in top 5, top 6 consistently throughout the year, they're probably fine.
Yeah.
But they get down to like 9 or 10, and things aren't looking really good, and they start pointing fingers, and those two guys maybe get a little animated about it, a little hot about it. Mm-hmm. I could see some fireworks happening there, but I mean, so far it hasn't been a bad mix, but and it's hard to know how things are off the court too, like how they are, outside of off the court, outside of the locker room. If things are good, if they actually enjoy hanging out with each other, because I think that makes a big difference. You enjoy hanging out with people. Stuff on the court just seems pretty easy. So I think it depends on that too.
Yeah.
I usually don't look at like free throw percentage, but it's so interesting. There's like a ton of guys still at 90% or higher. It's like you got.
Well, it's early in the season. They still got their legs.
Oh, I know.
Wait till they're 50 games in.
Yeah.
And they've been around up the court for 25 minutes, and let's see how they do at that point. That's that's the real test. I mean, it's early in the season. They got their legs, and free throws is pretty much all just making sure you're using your legs.
Yeah.
It's interesting you said that, Kale, because as soon as you said that, I was like, I wonder what the best free throw shooting team is as a whole. It's Oklahoma City with 85.6%.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. The Warriors got to be pretty close, I would think, too.
85.1, and they're ranked third.
Yeah. I mean, but going back to Ja Morant, you look at him, he has 29, just under 30 minutes a game, so he's not even playing a ton, 20 points, 40% field goals. He's only 14% from three-point range. Ooh.
Tough.
95% from the line. 7 assists. Only 1 steal. That's kind of a crazy thing. 1 steal and 3 turnovers a game. That just tells me he's not playing.
Yeah.
You
He's
know,
not in it.
yeah, because as fast as he is and what he's done in the past, some of those numbers should be swapped. I mean, 1 turnover and 3 steals or 2 steals. 3 steals in the NBA is tough. But anyways, yeah.
Hey, Cooper Flag hasn't missed a free throw yet. He's 21 for 21.
Yeah, I saw that. There's only 2 guys left at 100%. Him and Harrison Barnes, which hasn't shot very many.
Yeah. He's definitely had the most opportunities. Dude, Stephen Curry is already down to 95.
Yeah.
Ja Morant's ahead of him.
A free
throws. Yeah. It doesn't take many to knock that out, That's pretty wild. What is Steph Curry on the year? What are his stats? He is he's 41 of 43. So he's missed 2 on the year and he's already at 95.
That's crazy.
I mean, it goes down pretty quick at this.
It does. Yeah, when you small sample size, right?
Right. All right. Right. His worst year though as a pro, 89.8 back in 2016 or 88.5 in 2013, 2014.
All right, let's have some fun because it's way too early to do this, but who are your Eastern and Western Conference Finals teams?
Ooh. For the finals, okay. I'm going Detroit.
Ooh.
I think it's their year. I think they're hungry. I want to see them get there. And I'm gonna go with maybe a little bit of a surprising pick. I think Milwaukee makes it back. So I'm gonna go with those 2 for my Eastern Conference Finals team.
Interesting.
West, I'm going Oklahoma City. I think they'll make it back.
Yeah. West.
And I'm kind of, I hate to say this, but I kind of like what the Lakers are doing right now. Yeah. I like a more fit Luka. I think that's kind of changing things quite a bit there. More than I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but it seems like it's been a huge positive for him. He's able to play more minutes. He's able to run it down the court a little bit more. I think that makes a big difference. So I don't know. I don't know if I like that pick or not, but I'm going to go with that for right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's horrible. I think I'm going in the East. I'm going to go with the team that just lost to the best Eastern Conference team currently, the 76ers. And I think I'm also going with the Knicks. I think that they're going to have enough this year to just make it. I don't think that they're going to be a top echelon Eastern Conference team, but I think you get in the playoffs, they're going to be a team that you're drag them to 6 or 7 games and end up in 7 against the 76ers. Out West, I'm definitely going Oklahoma City. And honestly, I'm going with the young Spurs. I think that Wemby's got enough to propel them to a top seed, even if it's 5 or 6 seed. I think that they could win some playoff games and end up in the Eastern or Western Conference Finals.
Do you see what teams been doing to him lately with the double teams?
Oh yeah,
like they've figured out a way to at least make life harder on him.
You have
defensively, and like I hate to say it, but if he can't beat the double team, if he can't figure out how to beat the double team, then more teams are going to do it.
Oh yeah,
more teams are going to do it.
Yeah,
so
he's got just the blueprint.
Yeah, he's got to figure that out. But I was watching I can't remember what the breakdown was. I can't remember which team it was. But I was watching the breakdown of that, and maybe it was Phoenix.
I think it was Phoenix because that was their first loss.
Right, they were doubling him, and they were doubling him, but their rotations were so good, and he couldn't find the open guy because they were that was their game plan. The open guy was 40 feet away on the other side of the court, and he just couldn't get it to him. So,
which is crazy. You should just be able to go over the top.
Dude, no doubt. You're 7, whatever. You should be able to see everything clearly, and nobody can. If you just put the ball up, nobody can grab it.
Right.
Yeah, that's he's gonna have to figure out how to beat that, or teams are just gonna do the same thing.
All right, I'm gonna go some of the same 76ers, Detroit. I like those two teams. I think the
I like
guards
Detroit
play.
so much. Yeah.
I know. We're all Detroit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Although you didn't pick Detroit, Tommy. What's up?
I know. I think they're gonna listen. I think that they're gonna drag the Knicks to 7 again, and the Knicks are just gonna overpower them just slightly. I
Just
think
crush
next
them
year.
again.
I think next year is the year for the Pistons. I'm very bullish as a Chicago Bulls fan on the Detroit Pistons. I love them.
Yeah. And then Oklahoma City, I think, is the easy pick.
Yeah.
Hard to see anybody beating them in a 7-game series right now.
I know. The one this one's harder because I could see 2 or 3 teams from the West.
Yeah.
But right now I'm gonna say that the Nuggets are gonna pull it back together.
Yeah. I can see that.
And be that second team.
Nice. We had a little difference there. A few differences. I like it.
I think the West is so stacked, Kale. I think that you're spot on. I mean, I think it could be. I think Oklahoma City's there no matter what, but I think you could have the Lakers, Nuggets, Rockets, Warriors, Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those teams
Spurs,
could be there.
yeah.
Spurs. I think any of those teams could be there.
Yeah.
It's wide open.
Okay, Tommy,
Minus
I got a
Oklahoma
question
City.
though. So a little too early, but where does Chicago end up?
Yeah, so I've looked at their stats this year. I've watched almost every Chicago Bulls game this year. We are shooting way too good at 3-point to stay this hot. And we've defended the 3. I mean, a lot of teams just missed open threes. I mean, there was plenty of times last night that the Philly could have put that game away from us, and they missed wide open threes. We're not very good at our rotations on the wide open 3. I think that we end up somewhere in the 6 to 8 range. I think we're a really fun team. I think that we're going to be a really scrappy. We're going to win some games that we shouldn't win. But I think they end up in that, play in, maybe just out of that play-in window.
So you don't think they can keep up 40% as a team from 3?
No, absolutely not. I mean, they're a fun team, but I don't think that they're that fun or that good.
I love your honesty. I love it.
And we've only played 2 games away, and we were 1-1. We're 5-0 at home, which is great to see. We're usually pretty terrible at home. So, but I think this team is just. If you guys have followed basketball for a long time, you may remember the Lovables in like the early 2007, 2008 range where they had Ben Gordon and those guys, and they would just put up 35 or 45 to 50 wins just because they like each other and went out and played well. And I think that's how this team could be. I think that they could be a sneaky 42 to 47 win team and just do something fun. They're not a serious team, but they're a fun team.
Yeah.
They are a fun team, that's for sure. And who knows? They might go on a run at the right time. You never know.
Yep.
I think they finished in the. And I'm gonna say that I think they finished in the top 6 in the East. So I think the East is just still kind of weak overall.
Yeah, that's kind of where I peg them too, top 6. Yeah. And I think that would be a good because what have they been, the 10th the last couple of years, or they've been in the playoff game the last couple of years? I know that.
Yeah, we've been a
little bit further down,
like 9 to 11.
Yeah.
But it's good to see Josh Giddey playing well, right? Like you guys asked when he got signed, what did I think? And I was like, hey, I'm just happy they did something, right? Like,
yeah.
But I mean, hey, he's balling out on his contract. He's the only player in Bulls history to have back-to-back triple-double nights since Michael Jordan in like the 97 season.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so good to see him balling out. Happy he signed.
In
Kobe
the way
White,
too early MVP conversation.
In the way too early MVP conversation. Absolutely. I
mean,
don't want
he's
to
almost averaging
overreact.
triple-double, 20-point triple-double. He's almost averaging
I don't want to
that,
overreact, but he's young Westbrook reincarnate coming for the MVP. But I don't want to overreact.
It's crazy too that he never really saw the floor very much in Oklahoma City.
I know.
Yeah,
wow.
It's crazy he wasn't even needed on that team. Like that's just insane. He was a disposable piece for Alex Caruso. No less.
Which is a great trade for both teams, right?
No, amazing trade for both teams.
Yeah.
But it goes back to what we said, like the right players and the right systems, can do well.
But I think something to be said, and I heard someone else say this a couple of days ago. I think it's something to be said about this is the Bulls have had the same head coach for the last 6 years. Billy Donovan has been there. He's had a lot of these guys in his system for a long time. He's had years with Ayo Dosunmu, with Kobe White, now with Giddey, with a lot of these guys, with Vucevic. So I mean, I think there's something to say about that continuity and building some of that system.
Oh, it's huge.
as much as I didn't think Billy Donovan was that coach, I think that he gets the most out of his young guys. And I don't think he's that coach that you can have the Kevin Durant or like the big, huge
Right.
egos in there.
Right.
But I think that the Levine, DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic experiment that we tried was just too many egos between DeMar and Levine, and he just struggled to deal with them. But when he gets those young guys, I mean, he did so well at Florida. He did so well with the young guys in Oklahoma City when he had Chris Paul. I think that Vooch is kind of that vet for him, where he can help lead this team, and they're gonna win a lot of games because of Billy Donovan, because of how much this team likes each other. So I think it'll be fun.
But see, that's the thing, is they've got to feed into that culture with the right players.
Yeah,
because they get a a big time superstar on that team that is a little bit more selfish and not really into that concept. It's just not going to work. You look at who is their best player on their Florida teams. Like it's hard to name.
Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah, right? You can't really hardly name any other players on the team because they were just like these hardworking blue collar kids that just absolutely came together and crushed it. And that's the kind of coach he is, which is why OKC was, I think, a good landing spot for him, making the transition. And now he's in Chicago. He's in a big market, but he's still playing with that kind of like, small market, blue collar, chip on their shoulder type of team. And they have to keep the right players for that to be successful. It can be, I think it can be successful, but they have to get the right players for that.
Agree.
And if they do get a star, it needs to be somebody like SGA, who is kind of, not as noticed, comes up, works hard.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Good attitude, team first attitude, who can just fill it up, I think that's why Giddey's doing so well. I think that's why he's hitting on that.
I agree.
Yep. In right system, right player. Think of a guy on OKC who's averaging 12 points a game, and now he's almost averaging a triple double, 20-point triple.
Having 30-point triple doubles.
Yeah. That's it's insane.
That's the talent level in the NBA.
It shows you how deep it goes. That a guy can not even play much at all with OKC, and then just light it up.
And there's so many levels to every sport, right? I think about that. Like you just watch college basketball, and that's a huge shocker. Hawaii Pacific beats Boise State. They had a 0.01%. They are a D2 school. They play in an old adult daycare center or something stupid like that. 1,000 seats over in Hawaii, and they come over and beat.
They're one point better. I know.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, at the Post Spring Classic, we had Jared Wolf, who's PGA Tour pro, come out, and he had some shots on the range and some other stuff. And he hit a ball that carried 321 into the wind on the range.
Yeah, there's levels to it, right?
He hit it, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's how you're supposed to hit it." Like it just sounded different. It looked different. It carried different. Like everything about it was different. And it didn't look like he was trying. That's the thing. It didn't even look like he was trying, and he just absolutely crushed it. So. Oh, funny story. We had the money hole. I'll shut up after this. We had the money hole out there where the money hole was he hit a shot on a par 3, and then all the guys in the group got to hit their shot, and anybody closer to the hole than him got $100 cash from the card. It was pretty cool. It was fun. So when he was with our group, he hits his shot, and the moment he hits, he goes, "Oh, dang it!" He goes, "You guys aren't going to like that one." 8 feet away. Yeah. Like the moment he hit it, he knew that was close. He goes, "Oh, dang it! You guys aren't going to like that one."
Yeah. That's
different levels.
That's cool.
For sure.
Well, let's do a hot take and get on out of here. I'll throw one out. I think the Packers are gonna pull it off on Monday night. I know it's a home game, but that's a big win for them in the standings, both NFC divisional race and home field advantage. So I think
they need a big win.
Yeah,
they need a big win like that to kind of, I don't know, solidify their position again. Is what we thought. Remember at the beginning of the season, we thought.
Yeah, they looked playoff ready week 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what's interesting, Kale, is my hot take is very similar, but it's more of a longer term hot take. Is I don't think the Packers are as playoff ready as we thought they were. I think that they came out really hot, and I don't think that I think they're going to just continue this downward trend. I think they lose on Monday night.
Opposite sides.
Yeah,
you lose to Cleveland and Carolina, you're not playoff ready.
Yeah.
All right, let's just throw it out there.
Yeah,
it's just not going to work well in that regard. But they if they win that game, that'll definitely be a little.
How many times have you seen like a Green Bay team like do this and then they get hot. Over the years
Right.
when
Right.
Rodgers
They just
was
make the
there.
playoffs.
Yeah, and it's
And they
like
get hot.
it's just crazy. And LaFleur has been there, I feel like 7 years or something now as a coach. I don't know, I could be wrong, but so I think from his standpoint, he kind of figures something out later in the season or gets serious. I don't know what it is, but so that's why I was thinking that.
Do the Jets get win number 2 at home against the Browns?
No,
Yes.
they traded everybody away.
They did. That's right. But sometimes those guys that come in have something to prove.
Exactly. They
sometimes
want
they
to keep their
surprise
job.
people.
They want to keep a
Yeah.
job.
My hot take is that the Jets get win number 2 against the Browns this week.
All right.
I'll take
Good
it.
stuff.
Well, I'm picking them, so you should pick against.
Yeah.
I'm picking him too. I already got him picked.
Awesome. All right, gents. Next week I probably won't be here unless Ian's game gets canceled again. So
You need to do the show from the game.
Do it
Just
right
get
there.
your phone, one
Hold it
little,
up.
just get an
Yeah.
AirPod in so you can hear what's going on.
I can do it on the
Show us
road.
some
I can do-
live updates.
Yeah.
like we need to
Point
see
the camera
this.
at them. We'll watch.
Yeah, this
the
needs
game's
to
not until
happen.
7 Pacific. So I don't know if you guys want to be doing it at 9:00.
That's a
your
little
time.
late, but even
That's a
so,
little late, yeah.
somehow you get there early. You get some behind the scenes stuff. Maybe get Ian on the show. We can get a
We'll get the
player
whole team on the
interview.
show.
Our first player interview right
Yeah.
here with Ian on the show.
Ian is so reserved. He's like the total opposite. He's like his mom. He doesn't want anything to do with that. He would do fine, but he would be like, "What? What?
Was he the kind of kid when you'd say, "Hey, how was the game?" He's like, "I'm good.
Yeah,
Like,
that's all right.
we had fun."
Do you play well? Yeah, that's it. No.
Then you look at the paper, you're like, "Dude, you had 27. What do you mean you played well? Like you crushed it."
You had a triple double. So awesome.
That's great.
All right,
That's
gents.
great.
Till next week.
Peace.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
All right,
Kale.
so
Yeah, we got to talk about something that you made a hot take at the beginning of the season.
okay.
How's
Genty or
that?
what?
Yeah, Genty, baby. 81 yards to start the season, 2 games through. Boy, he is
I know.
not looking,
Listen,
is not looking good right now.
there's a lot of football left. I mean, they got 15 more games, almost the old, original, full season. But this is not looking good.
No, it's not looking good at all. I was thinking about that when I was watching the game the other night. I'm like, that's the great thing about putting these hot takes out is you look like such a fool. I mean, not even it's 2 weeks. And I'm like,
Yep.
that's such a bad take. So
I mean, hey, in 5 weeks, I could look like a great pick again, but
Right.
right now, it doesn't look very good.
no.
I'm not so sure about that. Well, what he meant to say was that Patrick Mahomes was going to have 1,000 yards. That's what
Yeah,
he meant.
Yeah, he's gonna lead the
What the
team
heck?
in rushing.
What's going on there?